Hello, everyone, and welcome to weekly show number 90, I believe. And it's, excuse me, November 13th, 2021. We have some NHL stuff to talk about, some NBA, and some NFL and USHL, and programming that's coming up tonight. Thursday was Veterans Day, and we're going to be celebrating that all night long tonight. And it starts right now with the weekly show. So last night, in the NHL, the Sabres beat the Oilers 3-2. The Maple Leafs won in overtime to the Flames 2-1. Flyers beat the Hurricanes 2-1. The Capitals beat the Blue Jackets 4-3, and the Blackhawks beat the Coyotes 2-1. Today's games. The Bruins beat the Devils 5-2. We have the Maple Leafs and the Sabres later on tonight, along with the Penguins at the Senators, the Canadiens at the Red Wings, the Panthers at the Lightning, the Rangers at the Blue Jackets, the Kings at the Jets, the Blues at the Hurricanes, the Coyotes at the Predators, the Flyers at the Stars, the Sharks at the Avalanche, the Canucks at the Golden Knights, and the Wild at the Kraken. NBA scores. Last night, the Hornets beat the Knicks 104-96. The Celtics beat the Bucks 122-113. Cavaliers beat the Pistons 98-78. The Trailblazers beat the Rockets 104-92. The Suns beat the Grizzlies 119-94. The Nets beat the Pelicans 120-112. The Thunder beat the Kings 105-103. The Mavericks beat the Spurs 123-109. The Nuggets beat the Hawks 105-96. The Warriors beat the Bulls 119-93. The Timberwolves beat the Lakers 107-83. So some NFL scores, as you can see in week 9, well, first we'll talk about week 8 because we didn't do a weekly show last weekend. So my week 8, I went 7-7, my worst record on the year so far. So yeah, that took me to 76-45. And then last week I had a better week, not much. I went 8-6. So now I have a record of 84-51 so far. So we'll talk about week 10 now. We had the Dolphins at the Ravens. The Dolphins beat the Ravens 22-10. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I shut it down after the second half. I thought nothing interesting was going to happen after halftime. I just thought it would be that the whole game. And I didn't, yeah. So, yeah, but it ended up, stuff happened after the second, or after the first half, though, because the Dolphins beat the Ravens 22-10. Of course, knowing me, I went with Baltimore, so I'm already 0-1. Hopefully, I'm not going to jinx my downfall here, or have my worst record of the year. Falcons are at the Cowboys. Cowboys, they had a bad week last week. They're going to have a good week this week, I think. Saints are at the Titans. This one's going to be a good one. I have a feeling it'll end up with New Orleans winning. Jaguars at the Colts. Nothing special here, really. I'm just going to go with Jacksonville. Browns at the Patriots. Again, nothing special really here either. Cleveland, I think, will win, though. Bills at the Jets. Not really anything to watch for here either, in my opinion, but I'll go with Buffalo. Lions at the Steelers. I'm going to go with the Steelers. I think this game is watchable. Maybe Buccaneers at the football team. I'm going with the Buccaneers. I wanted to say Redskins, but I wasn't going to do that. Panthers are at the Cardinals. I'm going with the Cardinals. Vikings are at the Chargers. I'm going to go with the Chargers here on this one. Sorry, Vikes fans. Eagles are at the Broncos. This one really, in my opinion, isn't really a special matchup either, so I'm going to go with Denver. Seahawks at the Packers. I'm going with the Packers. And the Chiefs are at the Raiders. This one really isn't a special one, in my opinion. Not a good Sunday night matchup. But I'm going to go with Las Vegas. Then the Rams are at the 49ers. There's nothing really special here. The Rams are just going to blow them out, I think. So yeah, we'll leave it at that for NFL talk. Now we'll go on to the USHL. Oops, hold on. Here. Scoreboard. There we go. That is what we want, the scoreboard. Well, we'll get to tonight's games here in a minute, but let's take a look at last night's games. Youngstown beat Madison 6-4. Madison, they're just on a roll right now. I mean, yeah, they did lose the game last night, but all season long, they have just been a great team. I mean, Madison, in my opinion, I don't think I've ever been this good of a team, at least in my lifetime. They have not been this good, I think. So, they're off to a great start there. Will not factor in the loss that happened last night. And then last night, big one for Sioux City. They beat Fargo 3-0. I'll talk a little bit more about Sioux City because they're facing off tonight against Fargo. We'll have that pregame talk here in a second. Steele beat the Saints 6-3. Again, not really a surprising start for Chicago. They're just the powerhouse in the Eastern Conference. Tri-City beat Waterloo 6-2. And then Lincoln beat Des Moines in overtime 5-4. And then Cedar Rapids beat Green Bay 2-0. And then Omaha beat Sioux Falls 5-2, which is surprising. Sioux Falls, they've been a good team in years past, but they just have not been able to get on the ball this year. Well, you know what I mean. They just haven't got it yet this year. Lincoln is at Des Moines later tonight, along with Fargo at Sioux City. It's a special Veterans Day game, so we'll have coverage of that tonight, starting at 8/7 Central, an hour earlier than usual, because it's a Saturday game. They just decided to do 6 o'clock on Saturday. Omaha is at Sioux Falls. Madison is at Youngstown. Muskegon's at Chicago. Waterloo is at Tri-City, and then Green Bay is at Cedar Rapids. Well, pregame talk then, I guess, for tonight. As you know, Sioux City beat 3-0, or Sioux City beat Fargo 3-0. Sioux City, they were just on it last night. I mean, they were just great last night. I mean, Fargo, it's understandable. They've only won 3 times this year, so but don't hold that against them, though. They got a goal in every period, so yeah, that's pretty good. Tonight, I'm kind of expecting the same outcome. Fargo might get 1. I'd say 2 at most, but I think Sioux City's going to go and make, or they're going to win this game, I think. They have to win this game, honestly, or else it's a big laughingstock is what it is. Special programming tonight, continuing with player cards, right, and then a mystery video. So join me for those, and Musketeers hockey. So join us for that. Bye.